Yo, 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 once again, we are back. This is We're Just the Messengers podcast. Of course, I am Mo.
I'm Mike.
You know, we got a friend of the show, my dog Marco, in the building.
What's happening?
And you know, this wouldn't be an episode if we didn't have my dog Drew Money on the boards.
How y'all fellas feeling?
I'm feeling like the revolution is here.
Yeah, man.
How y'all niggas feeling, man?
This ain't 2020, man. This some asterisk type year right here, bro. This shit here. This shit here ain't even 2020. This shit got an asterisk on it, man.
This is a week for the books. Like, that's all I can really say.
It's just a week now. Like, we done had it 5 months already of some bullshit.
It's a chapter. It's definitely a chapter in the history books.
Tell you, boy, like I said, boy, the docs on this year gonna be crazy.
What?
Docs on this
do
year.
y'all really feel they're gonna teach this year? Like, 20 years down them?
Yeah, they is.
You got to.
They are.
Y'all really think they're gonna teach this shit?
Yes. 100%.
Can y'all think of even another year in
They
your
talk
lifetime
Black Wall-
that was even
they
close to
talk when
this?
Black Wall Street got burned down, so I know they're gonna talk about this shit. So, yeah, it's gonna be talked about.
Like growing up,
White people crying about it, they gonna talk about it.
Hell yeah! Like growing up, what do y'all think has been even as close to this have you seen? Like,
Nothing.
what's the closest shit that you
That
seen
I experienced
to?
as a kid? Nothing.
I didn't experience the LA riots and shit like that. Like I didn't know the energy for that.
I was taught everything that was
Only
on the
thing
level
that
of
I
this.
know like that was like a major like a few major events from the 90s was like, of course, like Pac and Biggie dying. Like those were like moments, you know what I'm saying? And like when what was I about to say? What other event was it? Oh, the OJ trial. Yeah, those were like moments. You
I
know
only
what I'm saying?
experienced Biggie really.
Like I don't know nothing like no riot shit besides what's been going on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man. Like, hey, this week has been crazy, man.
Nuts.
Who we gonna start with first? Who gonna get up the paint first?
Let's get Des Bryant out here first, man. So what exactly did Des Bryant say? That
I'm not gonna let racism forget how dope white people are. Again, 4 years later, he said the same shit 4 years ago when Kaepernick was going through his shit. Like, Jerry Jones is not bringing you back, nigga. He's not bringing you back. You always pick this time when we get killed by cops to want to prop up white people, dog. Like, this ain't the time for that shit, dog. Like, it's not the time.
Peak butter biscuit behavior, bro.
Yes. Like, I don't get why they always want to prop up white people when we get killed by cops, dog. Like, that's not even the conversation. Like, we know there's some people, white people out here who doing what they supposed to be doing. And with that even being said, I'm not even really giving them no credit for doing what the fuck is what they supposed to be doing.
I'm not giving people credit for being decent humans, man.
Yeah, like cut that shit out,
that's just
man.
something that we
that
not
corny
doing,
shit,
man.
Bradley Beal, gotta get him out of here.
Yeah, let that don't
he
get him
was
out of
tripping.
here.
Don't trade
He was
that
tripping.
nigga.
Yeah, don't get him out of
He
here.
was
Let him
tripping.
sit in DC. He better hope Rui pan out to be something because, you know, I don't really care for that nigga.
Like, this nigga was really just kept on going and going and going and going, bro. Like, let me see that one tweet this nigga said, bro.
Michael Porter Jr. Get him out the paint.
We're going in the little
go
line.
down
We
the
got
line.
him.
All right.
Of course, we got him. We got him too.
See if I can find this shit. This nigga talking about some I don't remember stores being the reason for the killings.
Yeah, the stores didn't kill nobody. What else did he say?
Let's see if I can find that shit.
He said something else, man. Might have to pull it up, man.
Yeah, these niggas been out their mind. Oh, a nigga been like, don't delete it now, big dog. When he had he's been had to. Y'all so quick to jump to conclusions. They didn't want y'all thinking I compare Bloody Sunday to today's happenings.
Nah, that's what you did.
No, that's what you did,
That's what
nigga.
you did. Desi Banks did it too.
Where is that shit at? Yeah, it was more just showing peaceful versus rioting in the moment. Definitely not comparing the situations at all.
All right, then Michael Porter
Oh,
Jr.
Lord.
gets his week back on the internet and wants to tell people to forgive and, you know, do all this. You know, only thing that's gonna stop us is, you know, what Michael? He said some cool shit, man. Like,
Yeah, he did. Oh, here's what one of the tweets that was. I got to still find out the one. That's not stopping the gunfire, bro. We need something that has direct impact to them. Hitting corporate and small stores ain't it. Not every store can. This is the tweet right here. Bradley Beal. Not every store can be replaced. We don't know what everyone's financial situation is, especially with COVID-19. But ultimately, what did the stores do? Last I checked, they didn't take the lives of others either. So why do it? Off that just alone, you got to get out of here.
Yeah. Everything just flew over your head.
That's why I be telling
Everything
with these
just
niggas,
flew
with these
over your
celebrities
head.
and these athletes, man. Like, if you ain't well versed on this topic, dog, it's okay not to speak. And if you ain't got nothing positive to say towards the movement, then just shut the fuck up. Like, I ain't about to be speaking down on my people if they choose to loot. Like, you can't tell people how to react to shit like this that's been going on and on and on and on and on. Like, I don't know if y'all saw New York governor. He even talked about it. Talking about, man, people been dealing with this. Like, Rodney King was 30 years ago. And it's the same thing over and over and over again. He's like, I'm on the side of the
It's gotten worse
protesters.
since Rodney King, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
gotten
has.
worse.
Yeah, it has. It has.
It's gotten
It
worse. I
honestly
feel
has.
like with that shit being taped, I feel like that kind of opened the floodgates for anything that happened for us to be taped and showing us by the masses, like, this is what we think of y'all. So
Let me see if I can find dog clip.
And
But
then-
yeah, y'all go ahead, keep talking.
And then it's to a point where it's like sometimes people when they're celebrities and they get to that point, they just view themselves as being rich and don't really view themselves as being black anymore.
ASAP Rocky.
So when it comes to certain black issues, as long as they don't affect their household, they don't give a fuck. And
Oh,
it's
here it
sad
is.
because when it does, then they won't cry for help.
Oh yeah, I got the clip right here. Here it is.
Same exact situation. And when does it change? It's not like a situation that you can't understand. Here's a minority, here's an African American, here they are being abused, and it's the same situation. It's been 30 years since Rodney King. Amadou Diallo in New York, the reporter won a Pulitzer Prize for the reporting. Wow, great job by journalists. Great job showing the injustice. And what happened? What was the resolution? Where was the progress? Eric Garner? No, I'm with the protesters. Thank you very much.
Yep.
So then Michael Porter Jr. decides to get on the internet. Like, this was right when, George Floyd was at its peak. He gets on the internet and says, as much as we got to pray for George's family, we also got to pray for the police who were involved in the evil. As harder as it is, pray for them instead of hate. Pray that God changes their hearts. Nah, that's what we not doing, man. And Steven Jackson really, said what he had to say to that man. Basically tell him to sit his privileged ass down. You need to pick a side. Either you with or you not with us. And that's my sentiments with everybody, bro. It's not like niggas can agree to disagree, however you feel, but just know whatever you say, that puts you on the side
Don't
of
straddle the
of a
fence.
line. No, whenever you say that puts you on the side of a line. Like if you fence straddling, you're on that other side of the fence to me. That's just point blank period. Like we at a point where it's not no like I said, I respect everybody's opinion. We can talk respectfully or however you want to do it, but just know, based off those conversations, you align yourself on the side of the fence. And that's just why that's how I gotta look at this shit, man. Like straight up.
Odell Beckham, another one. Gotta get dog out of here. This nigga said,
Don't trade that nigga neither, Browns. Let that nigga sit over there.
losing fathers, mothers, aunties, uncles, etc. Violence is not the answer. Cops killing us is not the answer. Us killing cops is not the answer. Violence will only bring more violence.
I'm just saying, like, if you've seen history, the only way that we've had change is when there's war.
You know what?
Then
You know what
there's
pisses
peace.
me
So
off?
It's like, what the fuck?
What pisses me off with a lot of these niggas? Ain't none of these niggas tweet when George Floyd got killed. All these niggas was quiet.
Church
It wasn't until the rebellion started that all these niggas felt the need to say some shit. There's Ryan. Where was your tweet at when this nigga got killed? Michael Porter Jr. Where was your tweet at when he got killed? Odell Beckham, Bradley Beal. Until when niggas, it's only when niggas start looting and all this other shit, and niggas got something to say. Like, I ain't about to be speaking down on my people at a time like this, dog. Like, and very disappointed in Atlanta's mayor, Keisha. You crying about CNN headquarters. That CNN sign got painted within less than 24 hours. You crying about that? T.I. calling fucking Atlanta Wakanda. This
That
shit
was
ain't no
the
fucking game.
dumbest shit I've ever heard. That was the dumbest. I'm like, nigga, this is not a movie.
Yeah, this shit ain't no fucking movie,
This is
dog.
not
Like
imaginary. This is real.
Niggas take this shit. Me and Mo was talking last night. He said, bro, he felt like something like this would have happened when that movie came out. Like niggas just using that shit as to place it on like real situations. Like Wakanda is not real, niggas.
And T.I., you cannot call Atlanta Wakanda when it's. I've seen fields of black homeless people.
Homeless.
Yeah. I've seen fields of black homeless people. That's not Wakanda, my nigga. Like, that's, if anything, that's just a bunch of rich niggas there. That's all Atlanta is. Like, we keeping it a buck. That's what Atlanta's Black Hollywood, and that's that. Money, drugs, sex. That's all it is. Like, just keep it a buck, bro. Like, that's just what it is. Yeah, there are black businesses thriving, but niggas not gonna tell me that that's a black utopia when it's fields of black homeless people there. Like, it's fields of black homeless people there. You got the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's in the middle of the fucking hood. Like, y'all not gonna tell me that's black utopia, bruh. What is that? Am I lying to y'all?
No, you're
And
not.
if you ask any Atlanta native, they will let you know like there's two sides of Atlanta. Like it's not all this shit that you see. They'll tell you like no, nigga.
That shit is cutthroat.
It's a facade. There's a lot of people out there grinding for their next dollar. It's not just every nigga's out there balling and being rich. And
how the hell?
It's not
how
like
the hell
that.
Atlanta supposed to be like what he talking about when just a few months ago they had waves of you know niggas getting their cars stolen, like all kind of shit going on out there, bro.
Petty theft.
Like all kind of shit. Niggas is stealing to survive out there.
Yes.
That's not Wakanda, my nigga. Like
Talking about when you can't go here and you can't go there, you can always come to Atlanta. This is Wakanda. We gotta like.
nigga, shut up, man.
This ain't no fucking rap concert, nigga. Like
Atlanta
you
don't
ain't
even
about
like
to get
out
no
of town
bus.
niggas. Like what the fuck? Like they don't even want niggas coming through that shit. Like,
Bruh. Then you have some IG hoes talking crazy, like talking about, oh, this is what y'all do to Dior, this is what you do to
In the
black
black
community.
community.
Yeah, that she really said that shit.
Hey man.
Dior don't give a fuck
Fuck
about you,
n-
and Dior is not no black community,
Hey,
not
man.
one.
no.
If you show your ass all day on Instagram, just stick to that. Don't speak on nothing that's outside of your lane.
And you out there recording the shit. So how you look?
And you talking
Talking about you a real
live,
bitch. I got real money.
You live over there. So what if somebody overheard you say that and just decided to walk your dumb ass up to your apartment?
And run through your shit. People quick to pull out phones and start judging shit, but you there though.
Yeah.
You standing right there in front of the store.
Larry Coon, one of my
Man.
favorite rappers. Not
Then
one
you
of my
had about two of them, boy. You had to be like, damn.
Damn, Larry Coon
Hey,
What
Don-
Larry say?
Oh, yeah.
talking about destroying shit is not the answer and all this other shit. Nigga, you from the Bay? Y'all started riots. What are you talking about?
Wiz Khalifa, another one.
Grand Wizard
Grand Wizard Khalifa.
Nigga, what? That hippie shit not gonna save us, Wiz. It's not.
I love my nigga Don Kennedy, but this nigga said racism was a mental illness. I'm like, dog, you can't choose a mental illness, dog. You choose to be racism. You can't choose a mental
man.
illness.
You're not
nigga.
born like that.
They're not born like
No.
that. They're made like that. Like that's not the
They're
same, my
taught that.
nigga. They're taught that.
Yes.
I was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck
Safari?
kind of statement that was.
First of all,
Hey
we
man,
not-
Meek, where them goons at, bro? We need round
Oh,
two.
niggas punk you in front of your bitch, nigga. Like
What-
you got no room to be talking about
What-
nothing that how we. But guess what? Guess a lot of them tweets started saying under it. Tweets not loading.
And then delete them shit.
Yeah, like niggas know what time. Zach Levine, gotta get my dog out of here. All lives matter
He
hashtag.
tried to slide the All Lives Matter hashtag after
Then
the
delete it, put it back up, just put Black
try to
Lives
remix
Matter.
it.
No.
Try to remix it down.
No.
Who else, man? 'Cause this is a long.
Oh, it's a long list.
it's a long list of coons.
Hold on,
bro.
hold on,
bro.
I
Like,
think I got
Diddy talking
Yeah,
about
Diddy
some.
tripping, talking about,
Oh,
it's
this is
not
not
a
a race issue. This is a human rights issue.
after you hold that bullshit ass panel with Amy Schumer, bro, like, come
And
on,
get
bro.
Jamil Hill out of here, bro. Like I'm tired of her, bro.
Isn't it the same nigga Diddy talking about at that Grammy talking about, oh, this is black people, we need to have our own shit, and
This nigga just did a whole speech to the Grammy board, and now you talking, this is human rights?
Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, like, you say all that shit, you pop all that shit about
Grammys was so black excellence, but y'all want to speak down on the Grammys, but every fucking year y'all make sure y'all have the biggest Grammy brunch when y'all serve peanuts and toast, and now all of a sudden it's not a race shit. Y'all gotta stop looking to these niggas for inspiration and motivation and leadership. That's all I can really say, man. You just can't do it. These niggas gonna lead y'all to a burning house, man. Who else, man?
They said The Dream.
Yeah, the dream.
Oh, I own things down there. Y'all not gonna tear up my family's investments.
Nigga, you got plethora of bread.
Your name is The Coon now.
Yeah.
Let's shout out a couple of people who recognize. Shout out to Joey Goods. Who
Joe
own
Fresh Goods.
Always
Joe
been a
Fresh
real
Goods.
one. Shout out to Joey Goods. And this leads me to another point. I'm glad you brought Joe from Fresh Goods up. Going forward, man, we just need to support anybody in streetwear who are truly funded by black people.
Facts.
And that's just what it comes down
Hell
to.
yeah.
Supreme, for 20 years now, have been making killing of money, putting black people on their shirts, skateboard decks, all kind of shit. I haven't seen no press release from Supreme, even though I don't even think it would have been genuine. Kith, we already know that's gentrified streetwear. You can't release no blanket ass statement talk with this people of color shit. This is a black race issue. I'm tired of this straddling the fence shit with these people, but they have no problem playing our music in their stores. They have no problem using us for references when it come down to their pieces and shit like that. But they don't really support us when it come down to it. I used to manage a streetwear store. I've been on these conference calls and shit. They don't really give a fuck about these communities at the end, bruh. I can tell y'all that shit firsthand. I know this shit for a fact. Nobody's gonna tell me differently. And anybody that's want to talk about this shit, y'all know where I'm at. I've never hidden from anybody. Like, that's just what it comes down to, bruh. Like, we at a point now where niggas need to pick their side and stay over there. Like, that's just what it comes down to, bruh.
You even had I seen a white business owner even say he wasn't tripping over this shit. Like, he's more mad at what happened to George Floyd that led to all of this. Like, and another thing, y'all up here crying about Target, Walmart, Gucci, Dior, and all. For one, they don't give a fuck about y'all. Number two, they billion-dollar corporations. They got plethora insurance. Like, they not even tripping over none of that shit. So at the end of the day, like, it's like, you think they gonna do something for y'all if y'all get killed by a cop?
This Shanika girl that was on the
my
show
God,
with Tiny,
crying.
you crying about Gucci that you can't even fit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no, we keeping it a buck. Like, they would follow you around the store. Like, they don't. What are you talking about, man? Like, what are you talking about? You crying over Lenox Mall?
It was a lot. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot of Atlanta niggas who was showing their true colors.
No, it was a lot of niggas. Period.
It was a lot of niggas, but I saw a lot of Atlanta niggas, high profile niggas. They was showing their true colors, though.
You got Killer Mike. You wearing a Kill Your Master t-shirt, but you crying for the police.
Man, I just bigged that nigga up last week.
Like,
too.
what we talking about, bro?
And he know better. He know better, bro. Like,
this
he know
just
better.
further let me know that Run the Jewels was always trash. That's white revolutionist music. That's
I
not
didn't
us.
even listen to none of his music, to be honest with you. But I just respect him off the terms of, like,
I don't think that's a top 10 nigga for some reason. But
man said he was better than Mace.
that's my nigga though.
That's my nigga,
nigga. But you know.
But yeah, man, it's like niggas think this shit, like, I don't know what more to expect. Like, that Love First shit does not work. We were doing that shit for over 400 years. That shit is dead. Shit is dead, man.
Like I said earlier, like, when have you ever seen change without the like you said, the revolution? Whenever you ever see change without some type of uproar, some type of riot,
Man, listen,
some type of uprising, it always has to happen like that before the change can happen. So if the house got to burn down before it get built back up again the correct way, then go ahead and do it.
I saw this Denzel clip. Man, I'm about to play this shit right now.
Preaching hate when he says, I'm not going to let the wolf eat me anymore. If the wolf comes in here, next time he comes in here, I'll do whatever I have to do to keep him off my back. Is the sheep violent or is the wolf violent? He wasn't teaching hate, he was teaching common sense. You know, somebody's knocking you over the head, stop him. Do whatever you have to do to stop him. You know, the ones that were knocking him over the head were afraid of the fact that he might swing back, so they said, no, he's teaching hate, he's violent.
It's real shit.
Facts.
How long we supposed to do this shit? We always got to turn the other cheek and, pray for them. And like I said, no disrespect nobody's faith. That's what you want to do. But Hey man, that praying shit ain't been working.
And man, shout out to those 500,000 people that unfollowed Desi Banks in this whole weekend.
On Twitter, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was
I've
nuts.
never seen a nigga take a loss that severe, bro.
And this nigga was stuttering his damn apology video. Like, nigga, you don't never stutter no other time. Like, that nigga, it looked like that nigga been reading off a piece of paper or some shit.
When you want to make how hood dudes act videos, you don't stutter in them shits. But
That's a rap for that. That's a rap for that. Dog, you can't be out here making hood niggas like videos and then you go against the, and then first of all, the nigga was just fucking stupid anyway for posting that Martin Luther King protest pic and then putting the looting right
Bloody
under.
Sunday,
Like, nigga,
like
did you know what the fuck happened after that?
Shit.
That's
like,
where Bradley Beal, that was his first tweet came from.
Like, dumbass, fuck out of here, man. Like, y'all don't even. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if you want to be a celebrity, bro, and you want to speak on these type of
be well versed,
be versed. And do your due diligence, bro. Because when you step into that water, ain't nothing but sharks in this water right now. You feel me? So.
Oh, Lil Wayne gotta go.
Yeah, man, that hurt me.
Wayne gotta go, bro.
That hurt me, man.
Wayne gotta go. Like, this nigga said,
Weezy F
we
baby
gotta,
and the F is for fucking coon.
Like, you gotta, like, this nigga really said we gotta look at us and stop blaming others for these situations that happen. Like, no, dog.
And the piggyback on that, when niggas saw him say that, they went back and pulled up the Travis Scott interview and he blamed Mike Brown for his death. So now niggas is really pressing Travis Scott now
to say something.
We don't need him to say nothing.
I'm saying niggas is pressing him to say something.
I mean, but hey, man,
they even pulled up the old. I forgot about that when he was on Skip show and he was talking about like how I don't see racism because when I come out on that stage I see everybody and all that. But man, when Wayne got saved by that white cop when he shot himself, bruh, he been looking for a white savior. Real shit. I think that shit did something for him.
I can see psychologically. I can see that.
Cause that shit did. He said with Fat Joe, and I didn't even catch that. I watched that live. I didn't see that part.
I can't do. Again, I'm not going to.
I'm talking about for him.
I'm talking.
I
Yeah,
understand
not for,
that, but at the same time, the cop was being a decent human being. I'm not gonna use that one incident where a nigga was being a decent human being and umbrella everybody. When,
but that's what niggas do. Like with Dez Bryant, like, oh, I ain't gonna forget how dope white people are. Like, niggas take experiences they have with white people and they automatically mask it to cover up everything else. Like, nigga, no, like, that's not how this shit work.
And then the thing is, like, dog, white people don't look at you like that because when white people, when they see one bad interpretation of a black person, they literally, that's their whole thought of them. So why do I have to have the benefit? Bro. Why do I have to feel like I have to do that when they don't do that shit for me? So
exactly.
Never
like,
have.
no, they never have.
Never have. So it's like, you know, the list is longer than that. Like, this is a few names. So if y'all want to continue to support these people, that's on y'all. Like I said earlier, with each step with me, you putting yourself on the side of a line.
Ah, man. See, now I got to take Wayne out my top 5 and shit. That's my nigga. But I ain't lying, bruh. I can't rock with it.
I can't rock with that shit.
Rock with it. Pusha
like
T
it is
right.
what it is. Like a lot of these
right.
niggas got worse as they got older, bro. Like T.I., like Wayne, like, and it's no shot at them and they rapping careers. Like, they still dope rappers, but it's like outside that shit, bro. Like, no,
y'all coons.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, and
I'm tired of these niggas putting on these panels, like, and like they're trying to do this shit, but they're going about it the wrong way. Like Umar Johnson said, like, the problem is they're making a lot of these celebrities spokesperson for black people, and they're not that. A lot of them don't know what they're talking about, and they shouldn't be put on these platforms to be speaking for us. Like, why do you have Amy Schumer and Sean King on this Revolt panel,
and Sean,
speaking on this shit?
Why do you have T.I. on this panel? Like, why
Jamel Hill?
Why you have
Sean King out here stealing? This nigga out here.
Man, what was her tweet yesterday, bro?
They're
like, she be getting worse.
Though. Y'all are not politicians.
Oh yeah, what was you saying about Jamel Hood? Because her tweeting is just atrocious, dog. Like,
she get worse, bro.
It's atrocious.
It's like she reminds me of like the old person that's still trying to be like 19, like, but still corny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Niggas,
Taylor Swift going hard at white supremacists and Kanye's his buddy with them. Go figure. Like, why you even bringing up Taylor Swift? She ain't no fucking. Come on, man.
That's not no bar that we look up to. Like,
exactly. Like, when did Taylor Swift become?
That's not no savior for us. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, man. Hey, like I said, man, the list is long, man. You can do your own research on these niggas, man. But You know, this is a week for the books for me. How y'all feeling, man?
I'm just waiting to see how this shit gonna like pan out, dog. Like, to be honest with you,
How y'all feel
I feel
about
like
the,
this shit,
the nationwide wave of rioting? You know, because Charleston got hit.
it is what it is. I ain't mad at the looters.
It's on the floor, man.
Word, it's on the floor. Yes,
on the
it's
floor.
on the floor.
It felt great seeing it. You know, I was personally there for some of it. You know, I'm not going to say too much, but you know, a lot. It felt great. You know,
Hold on, let me cut you off. This was the tweet. Taylor Swift is gonna be Angela Davis by the time this day is over.
All right.
Yeah, invite you to the cookout shit. Always.
Didn't y'all do this with Biden? And he told y'all wasn't black.
Then he tried to flip it on Charlamagne, talking about something he baited him with that question.
He ain't
Like,
even really
what?
ask bro that
No.
question. He jumped out the window and said,
Yeah,
"Hey,
the white
fuck
people shit.
yourself."
The white people shit gonna try to bring everybody down with them, nigga. You're on video saying this.
And fuck that white lady in that wheelchair in Minnesota too. Like, they love to spin shit with that shit too. Like, she literally was rolling through town, hopping up out her shit and stabbing motherfuckers, dog.
Wow.
But they ain't show that part. Yeah, dog. Like, she really was in her wheelchair,
Damn.
rolling around, hopping out and stabbing people, bruh.
I didn't see the
Before
backstory
all
of
that
it.
shit.
I just saw her get her ass beat.
Yeah,
So I
rightfully
didn't see the
so.
backstory.
That's all you need to see.
Go ahead.
Shout out to the group of people that handled that nigga that
With
sword,
the sword?
that
Hell
sword,
yeah.
that sword. How you say it? Sword swinging criminal.
I did see
last
that. I
night.
didn't see that, though.
Tried to arrest his crowd. And he got folded with them skateboards. Shout out to them
So
young.
he had a sword?
This nigga was running around with a sword, like charging at people, bro.
Is that the one you said it looked like he dead on
Nah,
the
that
thing?
nigga looked dead.
Was
bro.
he a store owner? He was just a regular.
No, he wasn't a store owner. Like he just was out there trying to be a vigilante.
I don't know why somebody said he was a store owner or some
Got his shit folded, looking like the dude out Tales from the Hood. when David Allen Greer got folded up in that kitchen, that's how he looked. Shout out to them people, man. Shout out to them people. Shout out to Chicago too for freeing them horses too, bro. They got Chicago PD. I was waiting on some horses to get freed right here. We didn't get to that part, but you know it is what it is, man. Free them horses, man. For real, free them horses, dog. They treat them horses like shit in Charleston.
I know
dog.
they was ready to run free. I know
For
they was
real.
ready.
Yeah, somebody
I know they
definitely
was
should have
ready.
did that.
That sound crazy as hell. Them shit probably like, hey, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come
This
on,
motherfucker off
dog. Get these satchels off of me.
Get this shit off my eyes, too.
Please. I don't want television no more.
And these white people talking about, oh my gosh, how can this happen in Charleston? Motherfucker, slavery and oppression, motherfucker.
How did
What else
that
you
happen
think?
here? How did that happen here? How
Fuck
did
outta
that happen
here.
here?
Get that shit out of here. We don't care about that. Must be a tourist. Gotta be a tourist, because you can't be no white person living in Charleston saying no shit like that. Y'all know better.
Yeah.
Oh, they bold now. They bold, but you know.
It's like, dog, there's a statue of like one of the
We
the
have
Confederate
Confederate-
leaders, like right
Francis
there.
Marion.
It's right there.
We
It's
have
like
Confederate statues here. Like
it's like how do you have this stuff that's blatantly out there but still act like it's not here, and still expect people to just go through the years and years of racism and still having to go downtown and see that shit? It's like it's a big fuck you. Then it's a big fuck you. So I don't care about none of them shit that get looted downtown. I don't give a fuck about any stores that get hit. I don't give a fuck. Like, and people are saying like, oh, they're hitting black looters too, or black stores too, and shit like that. Black
There's
businesses.
no black
I
businesses
do,
got
and
hit
I'm gonna be
downtown.
real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I do apologize. Well, I do apologize, but I apologize if them stores do get hit. That is fucked up. But at the end of the day, it's casualties at war. You have insurance. You'll be fine. And there's a lot of
You can't
questions.
replace human lives.
There's been GoFundMe specifically dedicated to black businesses.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
You know what I'm
They'll be
saying?
alright.
And then a
They'll
lot
be
of these
alright.
businesses are getting hit by like black businesses are getting hit. They're not everybody who's looting is not black.
Thank you, bro.
And that's the shit that they'll have it looking like it's only niggas out here breaking it out. There's white people out here fucking shit up too.
There's white people
They
starting
be sneaking
starting
in.
shit.
Yeah, like the cop in Minnesota who was all masked up and shit, and he was hitting
But
the
in the
damn-
AutoZone windows,
Yeah, just hitting the glass
Who
like.
the fuck breaking in the AutoZone? Like, be real.
And they trying to be masked. I be seeing white people literally creep up behind black people when this shit start. And most of the time, like you said, they be starting this shit like, come on,
it's over.
dog.
It's
Saw a
fine.
white lady creeping out of Target with her shit in her hand like it ain't been nothing. Probably going home, write the tweet talking about, oh my gosh, they're looting. Motherfucker, you was right there. Like, what are you talking about? Like, nah, I'm not hearing none of that shit. Like Joey said, like, you can replace a store. You can't replace a human life, bro. Like, it is what it is.
And then black people just, we all do this. I'm seeing a lot of black people literally just, like you said, like talk down on their talking down on their people, and it's like, dog, like,
how can you do that at a time like this?
And like, you would know, like, you should know the frustration, you should know the feeling. Yes, you might not agree what they're doing, but bro, you have to know why they're doing it. You have to see the reasoning of why the madness is going on. If you are really black. Now, if you just a nigga who don't know shit or don't know yourself or don't know what the fuck is going on in the world, I can't speak to you on this.
Hey man,
you
America done hit some places that had none. Hiroshima wasn't bringing Pearl Harbor back. You hit Afghanistan, that wasn't bringing them towers back.
And that was less than 10 people that did that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what we
and
even
they
talking
damn near
about?
wiped that shit. They wiped the damn.
Yeah, they wiped that shit off the
two presidencies. Two presidencies been wiping the Middle East out. So like, what we talking about? Like.
And then I'm just tired of like niggas in Charleston just saying all this shit, because it's like, if niggas didn't riot and loot in Charleston, they'd be like, oh, Charleston was on some pussy shit, Charleston wasn't riding, or Charleston wasn't down with the cause. But now that we are doing this shit, we need this is not how our city wants to be represented. Like, dog, do you know the history of this shit? This shit has been fucked up. This shit is always forever going to be fucked up as long as there's all this shit still out there.
Do them slave tours now.
Word, like, and keep it G with these people.
Now.
Word, that's the shit they don't tell.
They really do slave tours here. Like, that shit crazy.
Niggas get married on plantations. We need to burn them bitches down.
They treat plantations like they treat fucking Six Flags here, bro. Like, niggas come there to get the full experience of living on a plantation. Like, that's not weird to y'all. Like, it's an industry here. Like, plantations is an industry here.
Man, like, they turned Charlestown Landing into a fucking zoo. Like, literally turned that shit into a zoo.
And it's so crazy that they was doing this shit 400 years ago, and they still making money off this shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the same land, the same plot of dirt.
You can go to the market right now, probably. Well, I don't know if it's because they probably cleaning up down there, but before all this shit happened last night, you can go to the market right now, and niggas is setting up businesses in the same markets where we was sold at. So like, this shit is an industry here, bro.
And
like,
y'all on some shit about caring about that business. Fuck that business. Like, that business probably that business came off the backs of your people. Mm-hmm. Like, at the end of the day, my nigga, like, in full context, those businesses, all that shit came off the backs of your people. So if you feel enraged and you want to do something about it, bro, I ain't got nothing with that. Wreck that shit. And then a lot of businesses out, like, going back to black owned businesses, a lot of people might be mad at me for this, or people might say I'm victim shaming. I'm not victim shaming when I'm saying this. All I'm saying is, maybe your black business is not as for your people as you think it is. Because if you're in these areas, a lot of black businesses who are in their areas, who have been staples in their communities, people know not to touch that shit.
People know not to touch them shit, dog.
And if your neighborhood is not like that, then obviously these people might not fuck with you like they think they do.
Respect that's missing.
That's missing there.
That is missing. You know if you touching your community that you eat off or not. You know if you got a handprint in your community, and that's just real shit. You should know that. That's not rocket science. Every store that's in a community is not of the community,
and that's just facts. And you're speaking on like you said, speaking on to that, like, people were saying, you know, they shouldn't, like I said, hit the businesses. And like I said, like, if you're not a staple in that community, you need to put that black owned business shit in your window. And there's businesses, that shit was happening on Friday. If your city was protesting that Saturday morning, best bet is to probably lock your shit up. Like them dudes in Colombia. They saw that shit. They saw what was going on. They know what time it is. They like, fuck that. I'm taking off. Like, we closing up shop today. Like, we'll be back. We'll be open on Monday, but we're closing up shop today. A lot of those, but that's
a lot of them did do that.
A lot of them did that. And if the companies and the stores that didn't do that, well, I mean, I mean, I feel sorry for you, but at the same time, it's like, you know where you stand in certain places, and you know how shit is in your area. So, nigga, you have no disrespect to APB, but bro, you have a store on the east side of downtown. Mm-hmm. Like, and you niggas is not in that community like that. Like, I'm one to say, like, when
again,
niggas like Mo,
I don't cut you off, Marcus. Again, y'all ain't been in these shits personally to say these niggas is for y'all. So that's what I'm gonna say. If y'all want to talk about this shit, niggas know where I'm at. I don't care about APB getting looted. I don't care about athletes for getting looted. Yeah. None of these places down here, because y'all niggas do not know that they don't give a fuck about y'all at all.
Because like I will honestly say, like, I was a person who was in that store like 2017, and I saw when it was you in there, and it was Nick in there, and it was Tim in there, and I kind of saw that community of sense in the store. I saw a lot of local guys coming, a lot of guys from around the way who would come in there and who were breaking bread and who were showing love, and y'all was showing love back. And I saw a level of respect that those people in there was giving you guys, because you guys gave a lot of respect to those people. Because like a lot of times in those type of boutique stores, they look at, you know, they might look at hood niggas and be like, oh, they're not up on shit, or they don't know about this, or they don't know about that, and they might turn their nose up.
That's your job to teach them.
But they turn their nose up. But it was guys like y'all, like, you know, like the Nick, you, Tim, like y'all were like, it's all right. Like, y'all niggas come to shop. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? We put y'all on some fly shit. You know, y'all break bread with us, and it's all love. But then when you guys left, I saw that whole community feel leave. And that's what I'm saying is, how, like, as a black business, how involved are you in community? Are you really touching those people like that? And I understand sometimes, you know, people are going to be people and they do have negative agendas, but you also do got to look at your establishment and be like, am I really of the people like how I think I am? And I'm not victim shaming anybody. I'm not. It's just literally just an observation that I see when it comes to businesses, like certain businesses.
You gotta look in the mirror, man. You just gotta look in the mirror, like I said, like personally, from personal experience, like y'all don't know how many times I've had headbutts with niggas above me, like this shit deep. Like that's all I can really say.
I just woke up one day and all three of y'all was gone one day. And I don't know what the fuck happened. Nick was gone, Mo was gone, Tim was gone, and I was just like, damn, like it wasn't even like no warning, no nothing.
Oh, we didn't get fired. We turned our keys in. That's what the shit was. We didn't get fired, no. Like let's be perfectly clear here. Mo don't get fired.
I remember you told me about it. Yeah. I remember you told me about it, but it was just like shit I'm not gonna talk about on here.
Right.
You told me it was some shit that they had going on that, you know, shit just wasn't right. So niggas had to get on. And I know if you stepped away from that shit, it was some other shit. Like,
and there's no knock to no bit. It's not a knock to anything. It's just more of a thing of like, you know, sometimes you gotta just look and like see, like, are you really making that stamp in the community as you think you are? Because yeah, there were businesses that got hit, but there were a lot of black businesses that did not get hit. There were a lot of black businesses in cities where people were literally like, don't fucking touch this place.
Niggas
you know
in Minnesota was lined up outside. There was like a strip on a street. Like three black
businesses.
Yeah. And the boy had they guns ready.
Yes.
Run up in the shit if you want to.
I see Flight Club round 2 got hit. And them shit's crazy because a lot of that shit is vintage, one of a kind shit. You're not getting that again.
Yeah, you can't replace that.
You can't replace a lot of that shit. Flight Club
would be all right.
That's strictly consignment.
Yeah. They'll have more people probably get their shit.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. Like,
it'll take some time. They're gonna have to tell people that your shit got took, of course.
But
you know how much money they done made?
Nah, but you know how much people have lost money? Like, these people that's been tweeting like they had their whole college tuition sitting in there. People have had like down payments on houses worth of shoes sitting in Flight Club.
They got damn near every sneaker in there.
Gone.
Right. Yeah, it's
like,
gone.
Niggas got whole Yeezy collections gone. Original Jordans gone. Like that's consignment strictly. They don't.
And this is the Flight Club in New York, right?
Yeah, like
and at those price points now.
You talking about undefeated fours like what? 20K?
Yes. Yeesh. That insurance, you're gonna need a lot of fucking insurance. Yeah. I can say that for sure.
But you know what they do most of the time with the insurance? That's why I brung it up. They mark shit up higher than they actual value.
Yeah, that's true.
But see, even with that, if you read Flight Club, like their policy, they tell you like, hey, if it's a situation where your shit get lost or stolen, we're not liable for your shit.
God damn, I didn't know that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like y'all need to.
See, I never sold off of this, so I didn't know.
If you send the shoe there, it's in their policy, bro. In a case of emergency, when some shit gets stolen out their store and your shit happen to get stolen, they're telling you in their policy they're not to be at fault for it. So they gonna get their insurance money, but you're not gonna get compensated for the value of your shoe.
So how you think that's gonna play out in courts? Because I'm pretty sure people is gonna.
It's in their policy though, and that's all they gotta do. All their lawyer gotta do is say, "Hey, this was in their policy before they sent the shoe."
So you took a risk.
You took that risk. You took that risk. Like,
so only thing, so Flight Club, they're gonna have the insurance money to build back up their store.
yeah, but it's gonna be hard to get niggas to trust them to bring
trust
the
them to bring
collections
shit in.
back in there.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Hey man, spoils of war, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you right.
Spoils of war.
And then round 2, like both round 2 stores got hit. The one in Virginia and the one in LA. And they said the one in Virginia is like done. They said that shit is done. Like it ain't coming back.
Where that's cool though. I remember when Nipsey Hussle died and the Luke nigga that worked there was talking about how he tired of hearing Nipsey on the radio and in the club, so he'll be alright. This is a white person saying this now that benefits off our culture, so he'll be alright. What's next?
I don't know, man. Like that pretty much was like everything we had really had going on this week, man. Unless we got some new music that we want to talk about.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not listening to no new music.
I listened to Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, me too.
Freddie shit was good.
Yeah, smooth.
I fuck with it. I think somebody else had dropped too. Lil Yachty dropped. Y'all listen to his shit?
I saw that video like right before everything started happening. Like he dropped a video. What was that? Early this week. I saw that. I didn't see nothing else from Lil Yachty though. I thought that video was cool though.
Oh, niggas told Doja Cat, hold on, we ain't forget about your ass neither.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't forget about you. You gonna get right back to your ass. That shit was hilarious. But I hear the NBA coming back July 31st.
For sure, like that's
the target date. Yep.
I mean, what's the rollout? They gonna have fans? No fans?
Probably no fans. I think they still hashing out the format. I ain't with that 1 through 16 shit though.
They doing like just strictly 1 through 16 or
like they would do like 1 versus
the
16,
best
two,
teams, like,
yeah,
from both conferences.
No, just straight up best 16 teams.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
Eastern Conference, Western Conference.
Nah, like NBA total.
Yeah, that's what.
Regardless of East West.
Oh, okay,
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's how they do
Word.
it. So I ain't really a fan of that shit. I would rather just see 1 through 8 because I heard Vegas and Orlando was gonna be the spots.
Yeah, I saw like what another league was talking about 2 hot spots.
I know
think it was the
NFL. Well,
NHL.
Texas is allowing up to 25% at sporting events of fans.
How y'all think those ticket prices gonna look if it's gonna only be like a
Spike?
It's ridiculous.
Because they gotta cover the margins.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. These corporations at the end of the day gonna protect their bottom line.
But with all this stuff going on, it's like who could really afford that price of ticket? Like,
I mean,
the moral thing would be to have low ticket prices, but at the end of the day, this is America.
we talking about.
There's no morals when it
Like,
comes
you
to
gotta
business.
think like we just saw how this happened. Like how the Warriors moved to the Oracle Arena, and that automatically cut out a majority of their fan base from even affording to go there.
LA Rams Stadium.
Like you gotta think this happens now. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, especially now that you mentioned the Warriors and that area, that's Silicon Valley Tech, so they're definitely going to cater to that group of people because that's the people who got the money. So,
but those people aren't the backbone of the fan base.
They're not the
though,
diehards.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like so, them the same people that's pushing Kyle Lowry when he fall in the crowd.
That is
Like you
true.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's always gonna be big negatives to shit like that.
man,
So,
I was talking to this dude when I was in I was just so happened to be in New York with my girlfriend and her one of her peoples, and I was talking to this dude who was out there. He was from the Bay, and he was telling me that Warriors tickets at one point used to be $25. He was like, you could get a courtside seat for $75 like to $100, damn near at one point.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And he was like, bruh, it's like now he was like, if you don't even got, he's like, my nigga, if you
He's
don't
a
even,
bando.
well, if you got at least a band, bro, you can't even come by this motherfucker.
Like that new stadium basically say, "Hey, sit your broke ass home, bro. This is tech money."
Hey man, I know artists are ready to get back on tour, bro. Especially once you eat off touring, like I know they ready to get some money back, but it's gonna be some time before that shit happen. I just saw a 2 on the TL. The boy said Tory Lanez went in on a lot of celebrities on his Instagram live, especially that Shakina chick who been crying over Gucci. Cause I did see him tweet yesterday about that shit though.
Yeah,
like
they tried to
Yeah,
him.
they dig up the old tweet though.
Who, Tory?
Yeah,
they did it. Is this you? When he did that Shakina.
Hey, this you been killing my.
Yeah.
I saw a nigga
This
doing
you-
a tennis match off that shit
This
the
you,
other day.
this
Yeah.
you and tweets not loading has been killing niggas'
Yeah.
ass this whole week, bro. But when Tory Lanez did it, they was like, dog, didn't you say that you discriminated against in a designer store and you still spent $40,000 in that same store? So it's like, now it's
Damn.
convenient for you to call niggas out.
Damn.
You're the same nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy. But hopefully, man, we can get this shit back up and rolling with the NBA shit. We got a lot of shit on the line, man. So hopefully this shit will get back up and rolling. I know college football, that should probably be a dub this year if they ain't gonna have students back. I hear a lot of like presidents of colleges like, hey, if ain't no students here, we ain't about to be playing no football here. So
yeah, you ain't making no money.
I don't give a fuck what the NCAA say. I know Michigan president said that out his own mouth, like, if ain't no students here, we ain't playing no football. So
A lot of niggas' pockets about to be fucked up.
I seen Trevor Lawrence. He spoke out.
Shout out Trevor Lawrence. Shout out Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Like Joe Burrow just got drafted. What pick was he? Like,
One?
yeah, he was
Number
number
one.
one. He didn't have to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
That's what I'm talking about.
Trevor
when you
Lawrence-
choose to speak and you say shit like that.
Trevor Lawrence ain't had to say nothing. I looked at him as somebody that I think wouldn't say nothing. He said something he ain't had to say.
Yeah.
And he's not even drafted. He's a top prospect. So shout out to them too.
Yeah, man. So a lot of them boys, man, just like I said, man, ain't nothing, ain't no price on just saying and doing the right thing, bro. Like, it don't take much.
It don't take much, man.
It only be the people who got shit to say when the rebellion start, dog, and that's the problem right there. Like,
that's the coon chip activation.
yeah, y'all niggas be quiet when the action actually happen. Like, niggas ain't shit about Breonna Taylor. Niggas ain't say shit about George Floyd. Niggas ain't say shit about what was the other dude? Ahmad Aubrey. The other dude, I think his name, I hope I got his name right. I think it's Reed, the other guy who got killed. He was like in the army and they killed him.
Yeah, the guy that was on live.
Yeah, he was on
Yeah.
live running. Yeah.
He was on live running. So like a lot of them people just be mute when this shit like this happen, man. Like I said, man, it's been a crazy week, man. Like this pretty much all like we really got to talk about, man. But it needs to be talked about because a lot of shit.
J. Cole too, man. J. Cole.
Yeah, I saw J. Cole.
in
Yeah.
the crowd.
Him and Dennis Smith Jr. was out there in
him and
Fayetteville.
Dennis Smith,
Yeah.
salute to them.
They was at Fayetteville, right?
Yeah. Shout out to J. Cole. J. Cole's always been active when it comes to shit like this. So, always putting his money where his mouth at. Not lying about this shit. Always keeping it a buck. So shout out to him.
Man. For sure. Definitely. It's just like we gotta really just appreciate the ones who do it and doing it the right way at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah,
can't really be paying attention to these other niggas, man. Just cast them off where they supposed to be at, dog. Like, the niggas got so much to say, like, like about this shit, but just be mute on other shit. Like, just shut the fuck up, man.
It's facts, man.
And like Umar said, man, we gotta weed out these celebrities who don't know what they be talking about, man.
I mean, with the good thing with social media is we don't gotta weed out because they show them.
Yeah, they be canceling
They coming forward for themselves. So they making it painfully easy for us. So if y'all still to choose to follow these people up, that's on you at this point. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, Desi was the worst out of everybody though, I must say.
Yeah, I never seen nobody drop 500K followers that fast. Like,
And then
That's
his
amazing.
apology video was just so trash, bro. Like, this nigga just kept looking up and down, stuttering, and nigga had looked shook up, bro. Like,
talking to people and doing this. Shut up, man.
hey, y'all see Haha trying to move in, right?
what do you say?
That's Drewski's spot, man.
Yeah, Juicy Haha was trying to move back into position. He dropped that video.
We heard
He heard
that
it.
sound like a skit, but it was real. I can respect the ha.
I respect Haha, but I see how I move. You
ain't
my
see
nigga.
still.
You ain't
We
slick
in
though.
pain.
You ain't slick though. I fuck with you, but you ain't slick.
Nah, shout out to Ha, man. I ain't gonna clown that man.
Nah, I ain't clowning, bro. I peeped the move now.
Yeah,
I
I
would have did
peeped-
that same shit
Nah,
too. You know
I
what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back in the game too,
I'm
coach.
a Marlo that shit. I'm
Word.
taking them corners back.
Word, nigga, I was number one, and this nigga just come through and just everybody just kicked me to the side. Fuck that. I'm trying to get my shot back.
You right. But
Yeah, but you can't be doing shit like that, dog. You can't be can't be making a mockery. And I ain't say more, but just be making a come up off of hood shit and then you turn your back on that shit, dog. Like that shit not cool.
No, at this point it is a mockery, not because that's not what you truly are.
Yeah,
I gotta say that is mocking, bro. Because when it's time to really be that person that you know, like for you to grow up in Ellenwood, like you know, you've encountered this shit your whole life. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when it's time to really be that, you know what you are to the core, all of a sudden is, you know, the same bullshit, bro. Like nah, man.
hell of a week, boy. I tell you.
You asking the internet how to raise your child, nigga. You're a grown ass man, nigga.
Yes.
Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like,
damn near 30, my nigga. Like,
nah, man.
somebody asked on the tweet, "Have you not been on this earth for almost 30 years as a black man?" Like, what are you talking about? Why are you even coming to Twitter, even mentioning your son in that type of light, bro? Like, no, nigga, you a grown ass man, bro. Like, and you done been in the supposedly you done been in the hood, like. You supposed to know how to raise your son in the world like this, dog. Like, what is you even talking about? These niggas here just been showing these true colors, man. That's all I can say about this shit. This shit here been nasty.
Man, and speaking...
And don't be having who been more oppressed Olympics on the TL. That shit is trash, too. People talking about, we ain't forgetting about this misogyny and all. This ain't the time for that shit, bro. Like, just get the niggas out of here who y'all feel. Real shit, you ain't been seeing it?
Yeah, I saw somebody
You been
tweet.
seeing that shit?
Yeah, because
I've
when
been
George
seeing that
Floyd
shit.
had died and a girl, and, you know, Steven Jackson was close to bruh, and a girl brought up some shit about Steven Jackson.
Oh, the when you
Oh,
said
yeah,
about
and it's like, bro, what type of dumbass shit is that? Like, these two are not correlating right now. You know what I'm saying?
Don't correlate.
These two don't go together right
Bro,
now.
if a black woman get killed, I'm not going to go out my way to talk about,
she talk shit about black people. Like,
she talk down on black men. No,
I'm not gonna do that. Like, especially if she was killed at the hand of the police on camera. Like, nah. Like,
and then I hate when people say, I wish y'all would go this hard for black women. So Sandra Bland didn't exist? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we didn't do that shit? That's the shit I'm talking about. We don't have time for none of that. Who been more oppressed and all this other shit. We all black at the end of the day. That's it. And just get the corny niggas out the paint who with that shit. Like, the nigga who had the header with the two white girls. Remember that shit? I ain't show you that? When he was talking crazy? They got that nigga out the paint quick. Tweets not loading.
Yeah, that tweet's not loading. I'm whooping y'all ass, man. I should be whooping y'all ass something serious, man. I should be giving y'all niggas loogies and all, like knuckle sandwiches and all, man.
Nigga said knuckle sandwich. I ain't heard that shit since about 4th grade. Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, man. Hopefully, man, justice is served. You know, praise out to George Floyd. I haven't seen a clip, but I heard George Floyd's wife was like he would have wanted forgiveness.
That's not his wife.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
They trying to pin some white lady on him. That's not his wife. His fiance is a black woman. That's not his wife.
Who? Why she even there?
I don't know. I don't know where this white lady came from. A lot of people have been saying this. It's like a thing that's been going on Twitter. Been like, who's this white lady? Like, I heard his girlfriend, his person that he was last with is a black woman. I don't know where this white lady come from. So.
They was waiting on that. They be trying to find anything.
Oh
though.
yeah.
You know, that's a typical.
I saw some tweets like that. Like, oh, this is what he was with. Like, I was like, oh, all right, man.
Oh, fuck him now. Let that white woman get him.
So let me ask y'all a question. Where do we go from here? After all this shit, all the dust settles, where do you think we need to head towards?
To be honest with you, the white people got to get their shit together. They the ones with the power inside these offices and shit.
That's a good question, man.
That's a good question.
I don't even feel like
Laws got to change.
Yeah, it's like
you got to laws got to be hit to.
But the system that these laws are in is corrupt.
Yeah.
So it's like
mandate a law that if you kill the unarmed person, they get at least 15 plus years. I'm with shit like that. That's the type of shit I'm on. If you ain't doing shit like that, then I mean, because we passed this shit. Like you said, Rodney King was 30 years ago. We've been dealing with this shit for over 400 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, you need to start mandating shit like that. I bet you cops will think twice before they start killing people. That's where we at right now. Mandate a law that gives you at least 15 years minimum for killing an unarmed person.
And even down to how you train these police, like Like these police be in training for like 8 weeks, and that's it.
And
Motherfuckers just be going in to be a cops because they scared. You get a motherfucker a gun and he's scared, he liable to do anything.
With no training,
Yeah.
no real in-depth training. Like if you want to be a lawyer, that's at least 10 years of school, on average, at least 8 to 10 years. Like for you to be fully polished, so you can really go in the courtroom and handle yourself. We're training cops for like, you know what I'm saying?
Not
Like,
even a whole year.
Not even a whole year, and we trust them with lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like nah,
But they be scared.
But
Your duty is to protect the community.
Well, a lot of these cops, man, they are like, I'm starting to think that like a lot of these cops in these police academies and shit, like, bro, they know. Like they know these people are like this. They know they might know somebody might have an anger issue, but they will still put them on the force, like, or they'll like people who can just completely lack judgment, and like they've shown they lack judgment, but they don't care.
Bro, listen, I was on
So
somebody's
it's like,
live and the dude was talking
fuck
about how
these
he
niggas.
quit. He quit being a cop because like he had to get up out that shit. That shit is
Bro,
really like
fuck them niggas.
and the boy will target you if you go against them. So that's why a lot of times them boy don't be saying shit.
Y'all remember the story about bruh from California? He
Chris
was like,
Joyner.
yeah, that shit, bro.
he was about to expose the LAPD, and they switched it around to him being like a terrorist and shit like that.
Yeah, because he killed some cops, didn't he?
Yeah, but he was killing corrupt cops.
Yeah.
He was abused.
What year was that?
That was
2013 maybe.
yeah, that was like 2012,
Yeah,
2013. Like, he had a long manifesto. He talking about
remember
everything.
that.
Like,
Y'all been seeing that anonymous shit on the TL?
Hell
I saw
yeah.
that shit. They just popped up. They've been gone for a few years. So shout out to Anonymous, man. Like,
I ain't
seen
even
the
see all the
system.
tweets, but dog, they said dog been exposing a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, they
Same
started-
reason why Russia got shit on Trump about like rape
Yeah.
and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
criminal trafficking, all kind of shit. Like
They had
they say if shit don't change, like they about to start, exposing shit for what it is. But
they had this paperwork file on like all the people who was on like Epstein's.
Yeah.
Did you watch that
shit.
documentary?
Yes, that shit is
I gotta
crazy,
watch
bro.
it. I gotta
That shit
watch
is
it, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't really, to me, it doesn't really get into like the full like depth of everything that I would like to see, because I
just tell you what to look at though.
Yeah, basically, they basically just give you the backstory of him and how he became, and like how this nigga just became sick and perverted and all this other shit. But they don't really break down to like where else did it extend to. Like
It just tell you like
it tell you a little bit, but they don't break it down. They don't
I
really go
figured that.
into it. It's a very surface level documentary. They're not really about to break it down. But I heard they have a podcast about Epstein that says that like really breaks it down and really goes into detail about everything he had going on. And that was a nasty documentary. I mean, it's a, don't get me wrong, it's an okay doc to watch. It's a good watch, but I just don't like topics like that. It's just nasty.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like nobody like them topics, but you really gotta.
Yeah, but it's a way of like, bruh, if you're really powerful and rich in America, bruh, you can really cover up anything. You can do anything. People won't believe you if you're just a regular person with a voice. Like a lot of those girls there, he was basically picking up like middle school girls, high school girls that predominantly may have had some type of, social issues, or
Targeting them, basically.
Yeah, basically targeting them. They may come from low class areas, things like that. Girls who needed the money because this nigga was sick. He would literally go and just pay girls to go give him a massage for like $200, $300, $400, and the girls just thinking, oh, I'm about to give a massage. Then this nigga be on some other shit. But they're broke, so a lot of them keep going back. So it's manipulation.
Yeah, it's
because
like holding a carrier in front of him.
And he just was using that shit and taking advantage of that shit. And he was doing that shit in like 5 different states. And nigga had his own island. And it was just how he was being protected, bruh. The fucking like one of like the top U.S. like district attorneys or some shit like in Florida was protecting this man. Like they basically gave this man a deal where he would only have to go to jail for only like 7 months. Or like 7 to 18 months, some shit like that. And it would just go away. And the victims couldn't speak. They didn't have a voice. They didn't even know this deal was being made. And he just had money, so he could disappear when he wanted. He can make shit disappear when he wanted. He could
It's a-
find girls when he wanted. It was just sick, bro, to see how like and how the nigga got his fortune. The nigga was on some slime ball shit. The nigga was like on like he sold his soul to the devil type shit.
Where it's a blog that I follow, and they did like some deep diving into that whole like island situation or whatever, and
It's
crazy.
nuts, bro.
It's crazy because people still maintaining that place though. Like they flew drones over the island. Like people are still like there, like maintaining it, make sure it's like well kept and shit like that. Like people still frequent this place.
Oh shit.
So it's deeper than him. Like it's way deeper than him. That's why he's dead, because he was going to talk.
Yeah, he was gonna expose all that shit.
Yeah, man. Shit real, man. Shit very real.
Yeah, bro. That shit, the government, bro. I ain't lying with all this shit and that, and like, bro, is the government, man. That shit deeper than rap. That shit deeper than we'll ever know.
Facts.
For real, though. That shit is
I was
deeper
watching
than
that.
we'll ever know.
I don't know if I spoke about it on the podcast. I was watching a documentary on Netflix about the secrets of America. And I was watching some of them episodes. Shit was crazy. Especially about the one with the Denver airport. Because I remember when Mo had retweeted them weird noises coming from the Denver airport. But in the doc, they was talking about like how they be having the Illuminati meetings like under there or some shit like
Word.
that. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
What's it called?
Secrets of America.
I gotta check that shit out.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of shit you can just look up on YouTube about the Denver airport though. Like that shit crazy. Like
Yeah, that Denver airport
it's
shit
like
was
a bunch
crazy.
of like weird murals, like a lot of weird statues in front of it and shit. Like look it up, bro.
Mm-hmm. They was talking about like what's that fort? Is it Fort Knox? I don't want to say the wrong one. When they talk about like is where the gold be at, or supposedly where the gold is at. Yeah, they was talking about that. Is there any there? Did they move it out of there? Shit like that. Yeah, shit wild. They talk about everything basically on there.
Yeah, this has been like one of the most eventful. This has been like the most eventful week. Like
Within an eventful year, though, like this is crazy. Like.
And it's so simultaneously, it was just all over. You just had niggas in Denver, you had niggas in Minnesota, LA, Raleigh, Florida, just everywhere, dog. Simultaneously, like starting off peacefully and then just going up.
Well warranted though. Well warranted.
Yeah, man. Like I said, bro, people tired. The uprise got to start some way. And we talked about like where do we go from here. In a lot of cases, it kind of depends on how you want to break it down. If you want to break it down as far as like of the injustices and police brutality and shit like that, then like Mike said, we need to start hitting them boys hard when this type of shit happen. But as far as like when it comes to us as a people, we just gotta just get money on these niggas and then just try to spread that shit. Cause at the end of the day, that's what we gotta we do a lot when we team up and we get together, as we've shown. So if we could just put our pockets together, bro, I think I know we can. But at the same time, even with us doing that, we're still gonna have to go through hurdles because the system isn't made for us. So they're gonna put us through loops and bounds and all this other shit to try to get through. But if you got the money, you're in a way better position than a nigga who trying to do that shit but with no money. Because that's a lot of things when people want to be freedom and black power. I respect all of that. Like I'm saying, I'm with all that. We gotta get the money though too, because the money is going to help push that. We can't serve we can't service a war without no firearms, without no power. And the money is the power. We got the people, we got the voice, we got everything, and we just need the guns, which is equivalent to the money. And once we have that, then we can't be stopped. The only thing else is for them to try to keep putting us in them same ass predicaments when we try to make businesses and we try to get loans and they keep trying to block us out and shit like that. That would be like the next hurdle. But then that, like you said, that also got to change within the system too, because there's a lot of people, banks who probably don't want to give money to black people.
They'll give you a car loan though.
That's why I said when Drew said that, I don't really know what to say, because it's like
they always gonna try to fuck you every time you try to come. Try to come through.
It's always like a crutch to say, "Hey, go to those voting booths and do this and do that." But we've been shown that these systems are not set up for us.
They flaw the votes.
Like they flaw votes. They do shit like purposely like under accommodate like black voting spaces. Like they'll not have enough voting booths. So a lot of people, they take off from work to go vote, so they just can't stay in a line for 6 to 7 hours. They gotta go to work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all purposely only got 2 to 3 booths in there. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit, like the system is way bigger than just going to vote. You know what I'm saying? Like even every year is some election or something going on. It come out that votes were suppressed. Like this is it's easy to just throw out a blanket statement like go vote or trust the system. Like, but you know, history has shown us the system is rigged. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. That's why when Drew said that, like, I really ain't know what to say. Like, what's next? Like, what is next? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all I know is that you know the results that happened this weekend, throughout the week, is a result, you know, of niggas being tired of what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just all I can really say.
You know, we just come together, hope, you know, as a people. I just hope in all these instances, all this rioting, shit like that, looting or whatever the case may be, it just shows that, like, bro, if we really come together for something, like if we really come together for something, it's too much of us. Like when I was down there watching, when I was down there watching the protest, when I was in downtown, like the police were scrambling, like they were scared, they were scrambling, they were like people were moving and they couldn't keep up.
Yeah, they scared.
The only thing, and the fucked up thing is that all those businesses who got fucked up on that side of King Street. Y'all mad at the looters. Y'all niggas ain't even mad at the police because the police made sure that Broad Street and Rainbow Road, they made sure nobody touched that shit. They made sure the Gucci store was okay. They made sure nobody touched that shit.
Y'all money ain't long enough.
Y'all word. They left y'all businesses out there to die. You know what I'm saying? They left y'all shit out there to get fucked up.
The real money got protected.
Word.
From,
the battery,
from what I saw.
all that shit, like the house, like all that, the like you said, like the real money, where the real money is at, all that shit got protected.
Rainbow Road, where they wouldn't let Michael Jordan buy a house, where they wouldn't let Oprah buy a house. I remember all of this. So it's like they made sure all that was protected.
Yeah, they made sure that Gucci store, that they made sure them shit weren't protected. But all them other shits down the other way, they didn't give a fuck. They let them shit die because niggas was out there literally for like 20 to 30 minutes, like literally doing, longer than that. And there was no police in sight. They was letting shit go. They was like, fuck it, as long as this shit don't get touched and we don't got to face repercussions by that side, we'll let that other side die. So obviously that's what they think about your businesses on that side.
What they thought was going to happen was niggas was going to run through the hoods and tear up the hoods, and that was what was not happening.
No.
Like, there was people out there like, no, we not going to the hood. We staying right over here.
Yeah.
Like, so nah.
We tearing up this motherfucker.
Did I just see this damn food truck on fire in Muntz Corner, South Carolina?
Another food truck caught on fire, bro?
No, the same one, bro.
Oh.
But this shit really roasted.
I tell you, I saw that black-owned Twitter page say, like, retweet that shit and was like, we got to protect our black businesses. When I saw the picture, I thought that shit was something downtown.
No, my nigga. That shit was in Muntz Corner, South Carolina.
That should never be downtown, honestly. Like, that's a different conversation, man. Wow, man. Like, hey, man, that's all I gotta say, man. Y'all make sure y'all don't get them coon chips activated, man, because a lot of niggas out here moving funny, man. That's all I really gotta say, man. Like, y'all got anything else to throw out there?
Oh, man, I'm good, man.
Y'all good?
Shout out to all my people. Y'all be safe out here. Y'all be smart.
Word.
If you
Safe.
moving out here, that's all I got to say.
Hey man, fuck being safe. Stay dangerous, man.
Stay dangerous, but stay smart and stay safe.
Yeah, stay smart though, but nigga, stay
Keep
dangerous.
your head on the swivel, man.
Keep your head on the swivel.
So, like I say every episode, man, if you hear anything on this episode that's gonna offend you, we don't care for one. But if you hear anything that gets you offended, always remember,
We're just a message.
We are.